Okay, I have a 2012 Honda Accord here, and of course this is the same for 2008 to 2012, but a common problem is some of these lights will go out on your radio cluster. On our particular car, these lights are out, these three work, and then these are all out, and I'll try to show you that. But I'm getting ready to put an Android stereo in here, so this has to come out anyhow. I haven't seen any videos, but some descriptions on how to fix that. So let me get this radio out of here, and we'll see if I can get it working. All right, so these lights aren't that bright anyhow, but as you can see, as I turn the lights off and on, you can see which ones are out. So let's see if we can get this fixed. Okay, so I have the radio out. Now, I did not film that. I actually have a different video where I installed Android into our 2008 Accord that shows the process for getting this out. I'll link that in below. But yeah, it took me a time, 12 minutes to get this thing out. If it's your first time, it's probably going to take you about 15 or 20 minutes. But once again, climate control lights are out. On the back side, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles. And what those are bulbs. I've already taken them out. But these are the bulbs for those lights. Part number, at least for my radio, 79671-SMA-941. Now, if you have the type of radio that has the knobs on it, I believe those are different bulbs, so just get on Honda Parts online and you can figure out what those are. Now, these come out, there's actually a little slot in them, and you just put a screwdriver in them, quarter turn. There's actually a little marking here that tells you what to do. And then you got to try to fish those suckers out of there. It's kind of difficult. I took some tweezers and was able to grab a hold of them on the sides and pull them out. Now the one in the middle was a lot more difficult. What I did with that one was I did get the tweezers in there, and then I used a pair of needle nose to squeeze it so I could pull it out. Anyhow, now, you know, one bulb was working, so just to make sure that was the problem, I swapped 2 of the bulbs, put them in, and yeah, it was the bulb. I did look at these under a little jeweler's loop, and they look fine, but obviously they're not. So I looked on Amazon. I can't find the exact part number. These have a 10 millimeter base, at least for the part number I gave you. There are some online on Amazon with a 10 mil base, but I'm not going to chance it. I'm just going to go to the Honda dealership and order some of these. I will put a part number down there for one I think that should work on Amazon. And if somebody does order that, if you could reply back in the comments if they did or not, and then I will remove it if they did not. But anyhow, yeah, I know from the dealer these are quite expensive. So anyhow, I'm going to wait a few days here, get those from the dealer, put them back in, and show you how it looks. Okay, so it's 2 days later, and I did get 5 of these bulbs from our local Honda dealership. Yeah, Honda's really proud of these. $60.72 after tax for these 5 bulbs. So I personally feel it's worth taking the chance on the bulbs from Amazon. Now, I have 2 of these in already. One thing I would suggest is try to find a screwdriver where it fits just perfectly in that slot, and then this will allow you to, you know, slide it up into especially this deep one. Else you can just drop the other ones in with the tweezers. And once again, I'm pretty sure I did find some on Amazon that should work. Now it says they're LED bulbs. Now these are DC filaments here, so they're non-polarized. Where an LED, you know, of course you have to put it in a particular direction for them to work. So I will put a link for those below. You know, once again, these are 10 millimeters across. Some of the negative comments about the ones online were, hey, they fit sloppy, so chances are I'm assuming those folks needed 12 mil bulbs for their application. Anyhow, I'll put those that link in below, and yeah, I would suggest trying that first. And if somebody does try it, I will then update with the description if they worked or not. Yeah, so I'm going to get these last few put in, then I'll head out to the car here and show you how they look. Okay, I'm back in the car, and as you can see, I am in the middle of the Android stereo install. But now to test these light bulbs, I would just suggest plugging these 2 connectors in and then turning your lights on. You don't need to worry about the hazard connector here, but plug those in and make sure your bulbs are coming on. And if you did buy the LED style, some of them may not come on, and then all you need to do is unplug these 2 again, flip those bulbs around, and you'll be good to go. So let me show you how this test works. Okay, I just have those 2 connectors connected, and if I flip the lights on, we're good to go. So yeah, real quick and simple fix. And to be honest with you, when you're doing this, I'd suggest also putting a head in since you got everything apart. These Android heads aren't very expensive, and I'll put a link to the installation video for that below too in case you're interested. But yeah, I'll get this all buttoned up real quick here and show you how it looks when I'm done. Now, if you do have your radio lights out, that's a completely different problem. This, of course, is just for the climate control. Okay, so I'm all wrapped up. As you can see, the climate control lights are working and the radio lights are on now since I'm fully plugged in. The head's installed and everything's working great. So yeah, quick and easy fix. Hopefully you found this video helpful.